Here we go.
After an amazing adventure at the Grand Canyon, we finally made it to the Navajo Reservation, and the community center that we're staying at needed a little bit of spring cleaning, so we jumped in and got our hands dirty and just started getting stuff prepared for the Navajo children to join us in the morning for VBS. Alright, it is day one for VBS, and every morning we had a routine where we'd pack up all of our stuff and then reset the room to get ready for the children to come. Once the room was set, it was then time to go get the children. Now this proved to be a little bit of a challenge because we didn't know exactly where they all were. Most of the homes don't have physical addresses and are miles and miles apart, but luckily the kids were very helpful and pointed us in the right direction of where their friends were, so we could gather a whole bunch of kids and bring them to VBS for the first day. So we jump right into song service, and I feel like this was the kids' most favorite part of VBS. They got so energized by the music, and it was just incredible to see how quickly they caught on with the dance moves. They also seemed to really enjoy the daily skits that Nathan and Alec would put on for them.
God is always with you. Wow, God! God is here for us, and He's always wanting to be part of our life today.
Now after songs and worship, we would break them off into groups of 3. Group number 1 went to hear some amazing Bible stories from Eric. Group number 2 got to hang with Josh, who had lots of exciting games planned for them. And group number 3 went to check out Xavier's Imagination Station, where they got a chance to make some pretty cool arts and crafts. Now we wanted to make sure no one ever left hungry, so we always made sure to have plenty of food prepared for them before it was time to head home.
Do you guys know what you have to do in order to accept Jesus?
Jesus lifts up all your sins and stuff.
Yeah.
After we wrapped with VBS in the morning, we split up into 2 groups. The first group went off to do construction, while the second stayed back at the community center to host an eye clinic. We were fortunate to have a wide variety of eyeglasses donated to us, and with the use of an autorefractor, we were usually able to find a prescription that fit. One little girl that came in was incredibly quiet. She couldn't quite read yet, so in order to know which glasses worked for her, we made animal noises and had her point to the correct animal that made that sound. And after several attempts, we finally found a pair for her. We had many more success stories that afternoon. It was amazing to see how quickly someone's quality of life improved when given something so simple that we take for granted. And it was such a blessing that people were able to walk out that door, seeing the world a whole lot clearer. We make it to the construction site, and this house needs a great deal of work, so we dive right in and begin tearing off the rotten siding as well as the old roof so we could start replacing it with new plywood. Now this house has suffered severe leaking, causing all kinds of issues, including mold. It's so bad that the family couldn't even use a particular corner of the house. And when you're a family of 5 living in a home that's no larger than an average living room, you need all the space you can get. After day 1, we had a good portion reframed and we're making some serious progress on the roof. The next day, we decided to celebrate 4th of July by seeing some of the amazing sights that Arizona has to offer. Over the next 3 days, we continued to host a morning VBS for the kids, and then it was off to do construction or work the eye clinic in the afternoon. So today we decided to go mobile with the eye clinic and reach those that were unable to come to us. Once we arrived, we were greeted with many familiar faces from VBS. Bringing the clinic into their homes not only allowed for us to help more people, but also was a great opportunity to connect with the families in a more personal setting. Alright, it's the final day for construction on this home, and it's nearing its completion. The last few pieces of siding are getting nailed up, and it's really coming together. On the inside, we're repairing all the areas affected by mold and putting up new drywall. Up on the roof, the shingles are being put in place, and you can just tell the family is excited with the progress that's been made. Even the kids decided to jump in and help wherever they could. The mom and daughter also made us all bracelets and jewelry in order to show their appreciation. It's been amazing to see the transformation that has occurred throughout this week. God really worked through us to get this done in time, and I know He will continue to bless this family as well as their new home. On our final day in Arizona, we began by worshiping with a small local SDA church. Following the service, they hosted a wonderful potluck for us and made sure we all had plenty to eat. After church, we headed back to the house we had been doing construction on to dedicate it with the family. Now, they never had the opportunity to own a Bible, so Sarah actually went ahead and gave them her personal missionary Bible that, after following her on many other mission trips, now found rest here in Arizona. After our dedication, we stopped to visit a few more homes and drop off supplies we had put together for the families there. To close the Sabbath, we hiked up to Horseshoe Bend, which was absolutely breathtaking. And it was just such a great reminder of what an awesome God we serve. We entered into this trip as individuals who were acquaintance. We left as family, serving one true master, and found ourselves wanting to invest even more time with our Navajo friends who are now releasing their shackles. Our prayer, less of me and more of you, Jesus. We are his humble servants, and
We are SMC!
Wow, God. Wow, God. Wow, church time. Oh, no. Wow.